Listen, folks, at this point, you can tell that there is some type of psychotic spirit that has taken over our country. Folks are mad that the president is doing what a president is supposed to do. You can tell that we haven't had real leadership because when real leadership comes along, folks don't know how to handle it. A president's job is to protect his country from foreign and domestic threats. A president's job is to make sure the country is profitable. The president's job is to make sure its country's citizens can live in peace and prosperity. That's what our president is doing. But because we haven't had leadership in so long, people don't know how to handle this. I believe this thing really started. I know it started in the 60s when they had already had the plan to destroy America. But Barack Obama, y'all, he did a number on this country. He used the black man's mannerisms to charm the world. He learned the coolness of the black man. I'm telling you, he learned how to speak eloquently.
She all over the place. She got to get concise. All right. First, she went from talking about 1960, and then she jumped all the way to Barack. And, you know, what's her message? She telling people to wake up. T-Money is doing good things. That's what it seems like.
And she's saying that T-Money speaks eloquently like a melanated brother. It sounds good, but I ain't never heard anybody speak about us like that. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. But T-Money, believe it or not, the latest studies have shown that T-Money is a extrovert. Yeah, suppose T-Money is heavily affected by how people think of him, supposedly. I think that's what she's touching on, but I don't know nothing about it. Just a theory. But shout out to the brother Hassan. I'm a little distracted, Sister Ebony. I want him to take his hand. I just want him to just take it back. Take it right here. I want to see something. I want him to take his hand and just go like this. I want to see where his hairline really starts.
Hassan ain't trying to hear that. He gonna tell you how much them Versace frames cost, how much his jacket is, that fur, all right, the mink that it came from.
The only thing I want you to tell me is where you got that last "just for me" perm at, brother. Just for me.
He came with speeches about hope and change and captivated the world. And right in front of our eyes, blindly, we saw this man usher in all kind of abominations. And then Joe and Kamala patted these abominations on the back. Now we got boys really thinking they can be girls and girls thinking they can be boys. Now we have kids using kitty litter in the school because they identify as animals and that's how they use the restroom.
Amazing. So they got kitty litter boxes in the schools because the kids want to identify as a house cat. Ain't no way. God, this is wild. Is that true? Bonquisha, that sound like fake news.
I can't be around such. I ain't trying to insult the babies. Them is babies. First off, the babies ain't responsible for this. Let's first get that across. Baby, them is kids. They wild by nature. All right. They try to figure life out. But I could not be a teacher, parent, teacher's aide, and y'all got kitty litters in a classroom. And as a God-fearing man, I'm supposed to act like this ain't not a place. Hey, I'm getting fired because I'm never gonna let it go. I can't do it. I absolutely can. The freak, not kitty litter. Kids got to come out of school. I'm taking them. Me homeschooling the kids is less detrimental, and I'm a D student. Understand what I'm saying? Me homeschooling the kids by myself is less detrimental than my kids thinking it's okay for little Johnny and Sarah to go over to the corner and take a dump in that big oversized kitty litter box. Wild and perverted, for one. What's going on?
We have kids being castrated at an early age by psychotic parents and doctors. And we have crazy people in the schools indoctrinating children. This is where we are. I don't know if we'll ever be able to recover, guys. This is how bad this is. And they are fighting the president on every front as he's trying to fix this country in its psychotic thinking. They are fighting him. Satan is taking over, and the people want to follow Satan. Not all, but a lot. This thing is crazy. I am watching lunatics. Look at the judges. Ketanji Brown does not know what a woman is. Where are we? Look at those liberal judges on that. Listen, y'all, we have to pray. Common sense is gone. And because of this satanic agenda, people are losing their minds. They have a chant that says, we're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children. This all, I'm telling you, Obama used the black man mannerisms to captivate the world.
See what I'm saying? I think everybody going off the deep end. All right. On both sides. Right. She's sitting up here, matter of fact, like spilling her tea, as they say, but she's coming off just as crazy. You coming off as unhinged to me. I'm like, what's wrong with this woman? But nonetheless, here we are.
Yeah, I can't get over the fact she keeps saying T Money is using the black man's mannerisms. Is this like an acknowledgement, of unprecedented charisma? Is this a backhanded compliment? Like, is that what I'm sensing? Like, that's what I hear. I hear good. I heard something good about black men, so I'm gonna ride with it. Shout out to the sister. I don't know where she's going, but everybody unhinged. PSA, we are currently in the era, currently in the season of unhingedness. If we haven't, this is your formal announcement. All right. We are all unhinged. Well, y'all are.
And he turned the whole country over to Satan when he lit that White House up with the abominations that they use, the colors that they use for an abomination that they took, that is God's covenant. That's how you know this whole thing is against Christianity. It's against God, which Christianity came from the Roman Catholic Church. What it is against Jesus's teachings. Wake up. Wake up. They're castrating children. Do y'all not understand this?
It's my turn now. Some people sound smart to dumb people. Like, you ever heard somebody that sound like they was really, really saying something until somebody actually challenged what they said? This country fell to pieces. It must have started in the 60s. No, it started with slavery, stupid. Forgive me for my sarcasm. It must have started in the 60s. No, it started with slavery. When America was invaded and conquered, and the people of this land that warred over this land was turned into slaves. It was prisoners of war. That's where it started at, and it never stopped. That's for one. For two, what are you talking about? America's a corporation. That's why when you look at your ID, your name is in capital letters, because you have been incorporated. This land, this is not a country. It's a corporation. And everybody on this plantation, see, that's what happened. The plantation, slavery was never abolished. The plantation was extended to everybody. Then you want to talk religion.
All right, this dude all over. Like you said, he just as goofy as her. It's a wild conversation. All right. Nonetheless, they both will say one good thing and then three wonky things. And this is Hassan, all right, with that hair. I can't even take him serious.
Gav, brother, I can't get past this pseudo hairline. I'm trying to listen to this, brother, and this is the reason why. It's a reason. It ain't superficial. If you so daggone worried about your appearance to the point where you go slap in some creamy crack, all right, rinse it out, and then put on an extra tight suede velvet line do-rag, because you can see the mark still on his head where he had the do-rag.
The scissors. So his hairline was made from scissors.
Yes.
All right, and then the hair was laid down and they cut it, made it look good.
I'm trying to tell you, if he take his hand and go like this, shit, him and T Money got the same comb over. Hassan, man, brother, your hairline back here. Again, shout out to my bald brothers. Bald is the most masculine hairstyle or lack of hairstyle there is. It's the most masculine look a man can have is a bald head. Just rock it, brother. Don't sit there. You fighting that. A swift wind and some rain gonna expose you.
Then you want to talk religion.
He ain't got no hair.
And act like Trump is the savior of Rome. Trump is the savior of nothing. Trump is a puppet. Trump is a puppet. The people that's really, really ruling America is the ones that had him overseas kissing the wall.
That's true. We all know that. But here's the thing. like you say, we go so deep, we talk about our name on our license is all capitals because you've been incorporated. What does that mean? Give more. What does that mean? And what can we do about it? If it means nothing and we can do nothing about it, why talk about it? You see what I'm saying? But the two middle numbers in your social security card. All right. All black folks, your middle numbers gonna end on an even number. We say wild stuff. What does it mean and what can we do about it?
Thank you. Can y'all understand that? Gavin X, he's speaking for me as well. We share the same sentiment. We've talked about this. Shout out to our brother Bangadiah. Banger, huh? Y'all love Banger. Banger was up here once. He said that there were pyramids in the middle of the Great Canyon, and that if you went through the pyramids in the Great Canyon, it'll lead you to like Egypt or something. Okay. Let's say that far out concept is true. What are we going to do with that information? Do we have the luxury and privilege to go find out and walk through some Stargate portal in the middle of the Grand Canyon? Or are we just sitting here just talking just to talk to fill the air? I'd rather not. Let's talk about stuff that we can act on. See what I'm saying? Let's not waste time. Or, share knowledge to give to some kids, but there has to be progress made one way or another, not talking just to talk.
And since every last one of these presidents went overseas to kiss the war, we understand who's really ruling. See, if you want to understand what's going on in the world, all you have to do is follow the money. The money. That's all you got to do is follow the money for you to understand what's really going on. See, the bottom line to it is, I don't want anybody that's rocking with me to ever trust any of these politicians. What are we voting for? There's no reason to vote. Vote for your money. Money, power, respect. The key to life. You'll see it, right? And sleep at night. Money, power, respect. You think that you're going to actually vote away your problems? Do you think that you are going to vote away your problems? No. Money, power, respect. Save your money so that the money can save you. The only thing that the elite, the rich, is worried about is how much taxes is going to get taken out of their money. They don't want a dime taken for you. You working little bees that's complaining? That's complaining. You're paying the taxes on behalf of the rich. And then sitting up there talking about, well, you don't want your money to go for the poor. Now that's backwards. It is what it is. In this life, it's either you're going to get right or you're going to get left. That's the bottom line to it.
Yeah. The problem with him, he can't relate to anybody. He up on his high horse. So he sit up there like, yeah, we all got to be rich. Y'all see me get to the bag. Granted, but come on now. Keep that energy. When you went into the hood acting wild, what happened? They brought you back to reality. That young man came out and put a hot one in you on a live. Yeah, on live. Why are you streaming? So you need to be more humble is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that video was egregious. That's right. You keep reminding me that was him. He's in there talking cash money. Yeah, I'm this, I'm that. Then you see him look up out the door and he's like, oh, yeah, not so tough. Not laughing at goofy, senseless violence. But come on, man, you knew the probability of that happening and did. Shout out to my good brother Terrence. He used to have a saying, and y'all need to adopt this. Don't let stuff happen. Don't allow things to happen. What does that mean? We are in control of everything in our lives. Don't let that happen. Don't sit here parking in the middle of the hood with your jewels and trinkets on, going live with money everywhere, thinking that the stick-up kids are going to look past you. You done effed around and let it happen, or F around to find out. They're interchangeable.
Says, I have always said that America is a corporation. Each state, each of the 50 states has its own constitution. The U.S. states function like countries in the European Union.
I agree, OG Richard. Feel you on that, brother.
I agree, yeah. Just got to learn the rules to the game, that's all. I think all America comes with a set of rules. It's like the game Monopoly. It's like, we getting ready to play Monopoly and somebody say, hey, you can buy any of these things on the board and you can put houses and hotels on it. And if you land on this, you go to jail. And you like, okay, you learn the rules to the game and figure out how to win.
My family and I were just playing Monopoly last night. That's one of our favorite games. because of these lessons. The kids are learning how to move properly. Daggone right. And that part right there, Mr. That triggers folks that come from where we come from. You sit there and say, learn the rules to the game. You're a conservative because you are taking accountability on yourself.
Or like I said, you can either learn the rules or you can go to the Monopoly Corporation, take the instructions, rip them up, make your own instructions, and all the board games now come with your instructions. And it's the new instructions on how to play the game.
But first, you got to get money, power, and respect.
With the 10 ball says, if my people understood the value of farming, both food and sunlight, they would understand what it's going to take for us to achieve unified progress.
Unified
progress. He says currently returning to the family farm.
There we go. Hustlers, philosopher, we're on the same page, brother. Yes, farming and stuff. Maybe not so much farming, but homesteading. We're not looking to get into industrial farming. A lot of our ancestors found out the hard way that the loopholes and the snares is real. Trying to be a black real farmer is terrible. But definitely homestead, a little acre or two. You got a garden going that you can maintain. Daggone right. Shout out to Killer Mike. If we are going to really boycott and really put pressure on folks to give us reparations, we must become self-sufficient to some degree. And this is it.
That part. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. Got to figure out a way to win. Everybody ain't going to have hotels set up, but, figure out. Get some immunities. Back in the day, make connections. Make connections with people. Get immunities and different deals. All right, be like JP out here.
Y'all still sitting up there. One thing I hate is you newly found people that came. Y'all just found in Trump. And y'all acting like y'all found something new, like y'all found God's gift. No, what you found is a dude. Well, the rumors. Oh, my God, the rumors. We're going to get into that in the next video. What you found is a dude that came to us and told us that he was going to give us the Epstein list. And you know what he gave us? Nothing. A whole lot of lies. A whole lot of deceit. After this, there is no waiting for the next, like the right wing and the left wing. They flap and they flap.
What were y'all expecting them to give y'all? The truth? You want people to incriminate themselves? Y'all sitting around waiting on the criminals to give y'all the truth. That's wicked.
This is why I continue to say that I am a political atheist. I don't believe in nothing they saying or got going on. Why? Like what Hassan saying with his full hairline. It's one bird, right wing, left wing, but they still got the same agenda, man. Just like prosecution and defense attorneys, they go out to lunch together. They ain't enemies. They just on different sides, but they are buddy. They spend Christmas. Y'all will be surprised to find out that the Pelosi's and some other Republican folks be chilling up in the Alps together, getting drunk and snorting coke, allegedly. All right. Yeah, they don't hate one another. They both sides of this bird get into the bag, and we complaining about it.
And control the same bird. If we're not coming to the table with our own political party that we put together, if you're not coming to the table with your own money, if you're not using your money to buy back the land that was taken from you, what are you talking about? Just shut up. Some of you females out there, y'all don't even know how to choose a man to have kids with. If you can't choose a man to have kids with, how you going to choose the president? Everything in this world is about a rock to sleep game. Everything in this world is about a rock to sleep game. It's sort of like when you go into trial at court, right? Most of the dudes that's found not guilty in court are guilty. When you go to trial, it's all about who's the biggest liar. So what's the difference with politicians? Nothing. It's all about who can sell you the biggest lie. And Trump, well, he may have had some good intentions and thought that he was going to come and debo and maneuver around until he started getting blackballed. And once Elon Musk say, yo, Trump on that list, the next thing was he went from exposing a list to what list? There's a lot of people on that list. That list is one of the most evilest lists that ever touched this earth.
How do you know? You seen it? How do we know? How do we know? How we know it's on the list that nobody, you can't even tell us what's on the list, but you heard about this list. It's an evil list. All right. I heard even some folks from the Bible is on the list. Couple folks. They ain't gonna say no names though, but they on there.
It's all redacted. That's the term. That's the word they use. I don't have the patience. Whenever the conquering Viking man start throwing around words like redacted, just let it go. He giving you the finger, man. Don't you get it? He like, what you gonna do? All right, y'all want this list? Here it is. And all the pages is black. Redacted. That's what they call it. Now we hiding it. Now we got something to hide. It's redacted. Legal jargon. Redacted. I mean, F you.
So what is there to talk about? I don't need to see the list. All I got to do is use my imagination, and I know how to roll from there. It is what it is. That's my take on the situation.
All right. Well, use your imagination as you're going down this pit. I'm over this dude.
Yeah, your hairline gonna blow back, brother. Hold your hair down.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Yeah, listen here. 2026. Men that dare to stand on your square, let's also dare to appear and present like the messenger. Yeah, don't come up here highly opinionated and you got a pseudo hairline. Like, come on, man. Cause you listen here. Shout out to Brother Hassan. I don't know that character. Can't be around characters like me, because we're gonna get to the bottom of exactly where your hairline started for the night's over. I promise you that.